Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. Today I'm doing a get ready with me of just products I feel like using that I feel like we'll look at together. I kind of picked up the Yummy Skin Serum Foundation from Danessa Myricks, so I wanted to try it out. I figured we would test it out together. And then I've got a couple of other new products, some other ones that I haven't featured on my channel in a while, others that I've had for a little while and I haven't really tested out. So if you enjoy this type of video, be sure to subscribe, but let's go ahead and get started. So like I mentioned, I picked up the newest items from Danessa Myricks. This is the Yummy Skin Glow Serum, which is a face serum kind of primer. It says wear under makeup or wear alone. This is in the shade Main Squeeze. I am already quite glowy. I just filmed an Instagram reel about some daytime skincare that I'm really enjoying, and that includes the glow screen from Supergoop. My brain. Really on one today. So this is definitely, it doesn't feel like a skincare serum to me. I can see how you can wear it alone and I can see why they're calling it a serum, but it has like a nice glowiness to it, and I think you definitely will be able to wear it on its own. I think you'll be able to mix it into foundation too. Feels really nice. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be a good match for me in terms of shade. I picked up 2 shades of the Yummy Skin foundation, and I also picked up the newest from Patrick Starr from One Size Beauty, but I don't think I got the right shade in that. So I bought it online. So here's the Yummy Skin foundation. I got it in the shade 12W, and what's cool about it, it's refillable. So very interesting packaging. This is like squishy. And then there's like a little top there, and then this whole cartridge you can repurchase just that, which I think is great. Good for the environment, good for your wallet. Love to see it. I think this is going to be a pretty good shade for me. I wish Wet n Wild would come out with this brush again. I've had some questions about like what brush is comparable, and I would say the most comparable brush would probably be the NYX 40. I think it is this one. It's not exactly the same, or sorry, 03. Wow. Oh, okay, this is actually so much more full coverage than I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be like more tinted moisturizer sort of vibes, but it's more on the foundation-y side. You do not need a lot. I took out more than I needed for sure. But I think the shade seems pretty good. Maybe a little warm. I'll do swatch comparisons in my full review because I also got, I think, 13N. Maybe 12N could have been potentially a little bit better for me, but it's not easy matching online. And I try to buy it like right away so that you can help match yourself, but then I don't have any YouTube reviews to refer to. So I'm like, all right, I'm the YouTube review. So sometimes I have to take the hit and buy a couple of shades and get it wrong a lot of the time. But hopefully it makes it helpful for you to match shades. I like the way that this looks. Really nice, but I have a lot left on my hand. So like I said, you do not need much. And I figured because I was using a serum foundation, I would use a serum concealer. This is the NYX Bear With Me. I did an Instagram reel on this, but I figured I would talk about it here on my channel. I gotta say I'm really liking this. The shade Medium is really good for my under eyes, and then I've used like just slightly brightening, and then Golden is better for more sort of like highlighting. It's really nice texture. I wouldn't say like I'm obsessed with the packaging just because like squeezing it out makes it a little more difficult than a doe foot, but perhaps that's what's best for the formula. I really like it. I think also if like, I feel like if you got this concealer in your shade of like your face, you could wear it almost like a foundation. I'm going to pat this out with my fingers. It's a kind of concealer I like to layer up a little bit just to get the level of coverage that I want, and I like to let it sit under my eyes a little. That's where where it really helps me with coverage. I'm just going to tap that out with my fingers. I've also been loving the, I was going to call it Kat Von D. KVD Beauty Good Apple Concealer, and I actually surprisingly really liked the foundation. Well, I say surprisingly because I hadn't used the products in a while. It's not because I didn't like the products, it was just it became one of those messy brands that I didn't want to touch. But I always did love Kat Von D's line. I'm going to use the Hollywood Contour one from Charlotte Tilbury. Really like this. Good shade, cooler tone if you have a deeper skin tone. I really want to get the kind of rosier one and the golden one of the highlight. They look so pretty. I haven't used this in a little while, so I'm just going to make sure. Okay. I'm going to try doing the higher contour like the people are doing these days. Gotta keep up. I don't know, I have like kind of two minds about makeup trends. I guess partially the thing that annoys me about it is like a lot of the reason, or a lot of the things that like go viral or get trendy are just because they look interesting on the internet. Like they have some appeal when you're like scrolling through TikTok or Instagram, but they're not actually helpful or practical. And then they just get like perpetuated by other people for views, and it's not actually, I guess it's like entertainment as opposed to being useful, which like entertainment has its place, of course. But then there's other times where I see things that are actually really helpful. So if you sometimes feel overwhelmed by all the trends, just, it's okay. You can still do whatever you want with your face, right? But I will say putting my contour up higher has been nice. Putting my blush back further, that's another one I've really enjoyed. But some things are just so silly. Like I'm not going to put tweezers on my nose for nose contour. I'm just not going to do it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do it. But if you want to, more power to you. Just be careful of your nostrils. I have that TikTok sound stuck in my head that's like, butterflies in the sky. I can fly twice as high. Singing it all day. I was at Jess's yesterday and we were singing it all day. Oh, I forgot to use this. I knew I was going to forget. In my Full Face of Milk makeup, I use this as an eye primer, and I've been testing it out as an eye primer, and I do like it, but it's also a, grip eye primer. Oh, it's funny because on the box it says, and concealer primer. And I was like, I can see it being good for that, so I'll have to test it out. But if you have dry eyes, I think people will really like that. And I've been using the Urban Decay All Nighter Glow Setting Spray nonstop, but I wanted to give this some love because I see a lot of great things about it. Also Charlotte Tilbury. Oh wait, sorry, I'm going to use this highlight. I love this from e.l.f. The monochromatic multi-stick in Glowing Mango. It's so pretty. Very glowy today. It's kind of a, like, not really a blush, but it's sort of like, it has, oh, got a little chunk there. It definitely has like some orangeness to it. So depending on your skin tone, it can be kind of a blush, kind of a highlight. It adds a decent amount of warmth. And then I'm going to use the setting spray. Really fine mist, which I love. Then for powders, I figured I would revisit the Glossier Wowders. I love these so much. I purchased the shade G5 to G7 for my face when I first purchased from Glossier. I'll link my Full Face of Glossier down below because I liked it so much. I bought it twice. So nice I bought it twice. Is that how it goes? I picked up the G8 to G10 to use for my under eyes. I think that's the order I did it in. Either way, I bought one and then I bought the other. So I really like these. I have to say, I really like what I've tried from Glossier. The only thing that I didn't really like was the Milky Jelly Cleanser, and it's not that I didn't like it, it just was kind of whatever. But other than that, I have to say I really enjoyed. A lot of their skincare I really like. Yeah, I enjoy it. But I think Wowder is honestly my favorite. Because the thing is, like, the cream blushes are beautiful, but there's so many good cream blushes out there right now. The Wowder is pretty unique in that it's nice and lightweight, it looks beautiful on the skin, deposits just a little bit of color. It's really, really a nice powder. If you're not like a powder person, if you don't like, well, who likes the look of a powdery face, I guess, but if you're very powder averse but think you may need to try a powder, this is a good one. Or if you're a powder connoisseur, you'll like it too. It's real nice. It's a little schmidgen messy, but for bronzer, I figured I would use Hoola Glow. Again, I talked about this in an Instagram reel. I like this, and it does work for my skin tone, but the reason that I'm kind of like sort of meh about it is they only came out with the one shade, and it's really disappointing to me. It's like, now they literally have Well, I mean, they came out with Hula Light first, but then we got Caramel and Toasted, I believe, are the other shades. So if you're going to come out with a glow, do it in all 4. Do it in all 4. Don't be so freaking foolish. Drives me nuts. But if this shade does work for you, it is nice. The glow is nice. It's not chunky, easily blendable. I tell them I work with Benefit. I don't think I've ever done anything sponsored with them, but I do have contact with the people at Benefit Canada, and whenever we do have conversations, it's not like I don't tell this to them to their face. So I'm doing what I can. Say it to my face. Okay, I'm going to use the Thickening Brow Mascara. This is the Thick It Stick It from NYX. Oh, why is my watch dying? Does that mean I didn't charge it properly last night? That's so annoying. The only thing I don't like so far is that, like, okay, I like it. But I just find sometimes with these types of products, there can be, like, you don't have as much control over where the color is going. Because there can be, like, a little chunk that, like, gets on the front of my brow that I don't really want it to. But I love the brush on this. I really like the way it's brushing out my brows. It's a little bit bigger, which I enjoy over, like, the tiny brow brush thing that was happening for a while there. Ooh. Mama like. And there's also, if you saw on TikTok, there's a filter that makes your brows thinner, and people are saying, like, thin brows are coming back, and, like, some people are showing the comparison and they look really good with thin brows. Won't be me. Won't be me. But, like, some people do look really good with thin brows. Like, we all don't need to have thick brows. But I do. I do. Not going back. I remember I used to get my eyebrows waxed every 2 weeks in, like, grade 8. How was I living that life? And then now I don't get my brows done at all anymore. Not at all. Not at all. And I love them. So I tweeze them a little bit, but that's about it. Okay, so I'm going to use the Pinch Me blush, which is a MAC Sheer Tone blush. I've gotten really back into this. I don't know, like, honestly, if I was ever into it, if I just bought it or what, but it's really nice. It's been the blush that I've been wearing, like, the past couple of weeks. For highlight, I'm going to use the Nabla Skin Glaze in Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder in Privilege. Kind of fit the warm vibe. And I reviewed the Nabla Skin Tint a little while back. Honestly, don't remember how I felt about it, so I'll link it below. Obviously, I'm not obsessed, but I think it was nice. A little on my inner corner. I haven't really decided what, if anything, I'm going to do on my eye. Let me spray my face. Do I want to do anything on my eyes? Kind of just want, like, a little something simple. Just a little something. Maybe I'm just going to put Hula Glow on my eyes. I think that's the move. I don't feel like having eyeshadow on, but I don't feel like having a bare eye, so. For mascara, I have the Maybelline Colossal Curl Bounce. Again, I know I keep being like, I talked about this on Instagram, but just in case you're not following me there, I do sort of more individual product reviews, and just I can't obviously get to everything on YouTube. And I quite like this mascara. I don't think it's my absolute favorite from Maybelline, but it's not bad by any means. Okay, and then for lips, I'm going to line them with the Molasses Lip Cream from Bite. These make great kind of lip liners. I love to mix them. And then I want to try, I have this CoverGirl lipstick, and I love this line, but I hadn't tried this shade. And it's in the shade Decadent Peach. And it's a very bright peach. But I think I'm going to like, yes. And these come in a bunch of different, so there's like cream, demi-matte, matte, maybe metallic, and this is one of the creams. So here is the finished look, super glowy, kind of peachy. I added a little bit more of that highlight to my inner corner. But so far I gotta say I'm liking that Danessa Myricks foundation, but I definitely took out way too much at first. But yeah, I really like the way that all these products play together. So let me know if there's anything in here that you're curious to see more about. But as always, if you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!